Hey now, hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done watching The Boy, which is a 2016 horror film, supposedly, and the plot of this movie is we meet Lauren Cohen, who I'm sure some people, or most people know her as Maggie from The Walking Dead. She plays Greta, who's this woman that just got hired as the new nanny of this little boy, supposedly, in this big, huge house. The parents are going off about how it's very important to stay true to these rules and to everything going on with this boy's wishes. But then when Greta meets this boy, it's a fucking doll. And at first she laughs, but she says, no, they're serious. And then the whole movie, the parents leave. They go on a vacation somewhere. So she's stuck in this house for however many long of a time to take care of this boy. And weird things start to happen. So, of course, you're trying to figure out, is this doll alive? Is it a ghost? Is it a spirit? Or is she just going crazy in this house? Now, what I think or thought of this movie is bullshit. What a surprise. A horror movie nowadays being bullshit, I've never heard of such a thing. Some of the problems, most of the problems with this movie is not Lauren Cohen. It's not. She's a good actress. She's a really good actress. I'm not just talking about The Walking Dead. But I remember her in season 3 of Supernatural. She can be funny, she can be charismatic. I like her. And even in this movie, she has moments of trying. Like, she's trying to do something with this, and there's moments where she is giving it a lot more effort than probably another actress would have given this. But the problem is that there's not a lot for her to do. Most of this movie, she's just walking around in this house by herself, hearing weird noises and reacting to it. Looking at the doll, and the doll is in different positions throughout the house, so she thinks either the doll's alive or she's going crazy. She can't tell. And it's boring. It's boring to sit here and watch for an hour and a half, virtually almost nothing happen. And I know this isn't the first horror movie to do something like this, but that's the problem, is that we've gotten so many of these horror movies where you have a main character who, from any circumstance, is put into a house with this weird shit going on, noises, and they have to investigate, or they have to see where the noise is coming from. And it's like, well, what the fuck? What the fuck? How many times do I have to sit through a movie like this? And then, of course, when you come to the point where she interacts with this character Malcolm, who delivers food to the house every week, and of course he's into her, of course, and he tells her certain things about what could be going on, about how this house might not be safe. He tells her to leave. So what's her reaction to that? I'm not leaving. Why? Why won't you leave? Why? Hell, you should have fucking left when you saw that this was a doll that these people wanted you to look after. A doll. I don't know how much they were paying her. I presume it was a lot, but it couldn't have been enough. It couldn't have been enough to not only sit here for however many weeks, or even, I think they said months, that she's supposed to sit here and look after this doll, but then when weird shit started to happen, when her clothes and jewelry started to go missing, and she started to feel sheltered, why don't you want to leave? That's when you start to not give a fuck about these characters. Now, there is a side plot to her having this ex-boyfriend who is now stalking her, I guess. She wants nothing to do with him. She's even left the country. She's in England now doing this. But he's still finding his way to her. And that was a little interesting just because I thought maybe it would lead to something. In fact, I almost was thinking that maybe this whole movie should have been more about that, because at least that's the only interesting thing going on besides weird noises in this house. Until you get to the ending. And look, maybe I shouldn't spoil this, I'm going to warn you. Spoiler alert! Just in case you have your heart set on seeing this movie and not wanting the ending spoiled. But when you get to the end, so not only does the boyfriend magically, mysteriously show up in this house, and he's like, hey, I'm not letting you go. She asks the doll to help her with this guy, basically get rid of him. So what happens? Well, the boyfriend gets mad, destroys the doll, and then you find out that the boy, Brahm, who is supposed to be this doll, whether the parents had him stuffed or whether he was dead and his soul was in this doll, that's what the whole movie was supposed to figure out. Well, you see that no, he really never did die, that he is in fact alive. He's been alive. He's a full-grown man now. He's wearing a mask that looks like the doll's face. And so somehow he was living in like the walls or whatever the fuck, and he was moving the doll around different rooms in the house, doing things but making it seem like it was a doll. Like, why? Why the fuck was he doing this? Why? I don't understand it. It didn't make any sense. It was stupid. I mean, maybe you could say, well, I've been hoping for like a slasher type horror movie where it's not a ghost, where it is just a person in the mask killing people. Sure, but this doesn't make sense. All of the build-up in the beginning of the movie doesn't make sense to lead to this. Maybe if this reveal was sooner and you had more of this crazy adult kid running around killing people with the mask, I could have gotten more into it, but it was too little, too late, too convoluted, too confusing as fuck. I get it. He was holding the parents hostage, I guess, forcing them to pretend like he was a doll. I just don't understand the whole doll thing. Like, what was the point of all of it? If that was really going on. Yeah, I'm going to give this movie a some old bullshit. I'm not going to say fuck you, because ironically I didn't pay to see this movie. You can figure that out. And it didn't make me angry enough. I just was kind of watching this bored, and then when you got to the ending, I kind of said figures. Figures. I wasn't expecting any more or any better. It's a some old bullshit. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw The Boy. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!